YouTubers, I'm Cassandra Joy and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to show you one of my favorite Christmas treats to make this holiday season. It's super easy and super delicious. So without further ado, let's get into it. This holiday treat is called Christmas bark. Now I'm doing my own little take on it. There's lots of different Pinterest recipes you can search out, but this is the way I like to make it. Also, if you hear a lot of noises, there's some construction going on upstairs, so just ignore that. So what you're gonna need are 2 or 3 different kinds of chocolate, a bowl to melt your chocolate in, a pan and some cookie sheets, and lastly, some cute little Christmassy cutouts. For the chocolate, you can choose whatever you want, but personally, I chose these candy melts because it makes it super easy to melt, and they all come in one big package, which is a perfect amount for what we're gonna do today. So the 3 different kinds of chocolate I've chosen are dark cocoa, candy cane, and vanilla that's colored red for Christmassy reasons. So what you want to do is take your cookie pan and put a cookie sheet on top of it. You can tape it underneath or you can just let it be loose, but the cookie sheet is what's really important because if without it, the chocolate has a hard time lifting from the pan and makes a huge mess. With the cookie sheet, it comes off super easy. So I highly suggest using that if you have it. It will just make your life a whole lot easier. So after you put the cookie sheet on your cookie pan, you want to take a bowl and fill it with your chocolate, your microwave. And you want to set it for 30 seconds at a time. The reason you want to do 30 seconds at a time, and I learned this the hard way, is because chocolate burns. Who knew that you could burn chocolate? But you can, because I did. So what you want to do in between those intervals is take it out of the microwave, and it's done. So what you want to do between those intervals is take it out of the microwave and stir the chocolate. That way it's not just sitting in one spot and it's a lot less likely to burn. Now when you stir the chocolate, you want to do it fast because chocolate hardens really quickly. So you just want to take a spatula and stir it around your bowl, and this is very hard to do one-handed, but yeah, you'll have 2 hands for this, unlike me, who's trying to film like a crazy person and stir the chocolate. After you finish stirring, just put it back in the microwave, I almost said oven, put it back in the microwave and set it for another 30 seconds. Now with the 3 different layers of chocolate, you just need to decide what order you want them in. It doesn't matter what order you do them in, but for me, I wanted to do chocolate at the bottom, peppermint in the middle, and then the red vanilla chocolate at the top. So that's what we'll be doing today. While that's melting, I'm gonna show you the chocolate that I've already frozen, and I'm using the garage freezer because it's bigger and there's no room in our house freezer. So yeah, that's why we're in my garage. Welcome to my garage. So I've put it in here, and it really does not take long to harden at all. As you can see, it's pretty hard. So we're gonna take that inside and put the newly melted chocolate on top of it. As you can see, my first layer of chocolate is done. Now we just need to grab the peppermint layer out of the microwave and spread it all over this first layer. So this is the 3rd 30-second interval that I've done, and you just want to do that until it's completely melted. Now this is pretty melted, so I don't think we need to melt it anymore. Again, doing this one-handed, not the most graceful or elegant method, but you know, you can see what I'm doing. So now that this is fully melted, we want to work fast because it will harden really quickly. And we want to put this on top of the first layer of chocolate. I'm going to do it this way because I need both hands to do this. So yeah, hopefully this works and you can see what I'm doing. I'm using this because the bowl is really hot and this prevents me from burning my fingers off, which, you know, I kind of would like to keep. Make sure to get all the chocolate from the sides of the bowl because you want every last bit of it. And then you're just gonna spread it across. Now try not to spread with too much oomph because the chocolate underneath is going to melt a little bit. You'd like to keep the layers as separated as possible.
Yeah, so we got the contents of your table on your bed.
Fantastic. I didn't need to go to bed tonight.
But sleep on the table now.
Right, much more comfortable.
Yeah.
Guys, I feel no shame licking the spatula because this peppermint chocolate is amazing. Yeah, I will definitely be buying this just to munch on. So that's the second layer done. Now on to the third and final layer, which is the red vanilla chocolate. So I rinsed out my bowl and spatula. I didn't use soap because you don't want that taste to come through the chocolate. Nobody really wants to eat soap flavored chocolate. So yeah, rinse it, don't use soap. And the reason for that is because I didn't want any of the peppermint mixing in with the red vanilla. So yeah, I guess I don't need to explain that very much. Oh, it's leaking. And then you just pour it in. Sorry, it took just a second to grab a thumbnail for this video because if I don't do it now, I will totally forget and then I'll be like, ah, I used up all my ingredients. I can't take a picture of it. So yeah, had to do that for a second. This is our last layer of chocolate. So we're going to just take the spatula out of the bowl, put the bowl in the microwave for 30-second intervals like we discussed before because chocolate does burn. Don't want that. And then I would suggest watching some Christmassy YouTube videos while you wait. Zoella's a great one. I know she's doing Vlogmas this year, so that'll be fun to watch. I will personally be binge watching her stuff. If I didn't mention it before you melt a new layer of chocolate, put the other layer in the freezer first. Okay, so putting this in the freezer. And this should only take about 5-10 minutes, depending on the strength of your freezer. Anywhere from 10 to 20 minutes. So just give it a feel to make sure whether or not it's ready, and we'll go from there. Hey guys, it's the next day, if you couldn't tell by the sudden daylight that is in the background. The reason for that is I had to leave my chocolate bark out for a little bit for it to get room temperature, basically so that it wasn't frozen to the point where I couldn't cut it. But the problem was it was so late last night that I needed to go to bed. So it ended up just sitting out all night, which is totally fine. But if you're not doing it at the last minute like I was, usually it would only take a half an hour, maybe an hour, depending, to thaw out and become room temperature. So just so you know. So what I'm trying to do is make little bricks of chocolate, which doesn't seem to be working. This tutorial is going really well. Okay, so this is just breaking, which is not what it's meant to do. And I honestly think it's the chocolate that I chose. I've never used the chocolate melts before. I've just used normal chocolate, like the kind you get from the baking aisle. I think it was Private Selection or something. That stuck together a whole lot better than this is. So I'm thinking it was just the choice of chocolate this time. So if you want your bark to stick together, don't use the chocolate melts. Oh well, this looks more like bark anyway. It's more aesthetically pleasing. So we're just gonna go with it. I was telling my mom I can do this recipe in my sleep, and then the minute that I turn the camera on, it all goes to pot. So sorry about that, guys. You're getting a very real life scenario here. At least I'm letting you know what can go wrong. I will say though, the chocolate melts, even though they don't stick together very well and they're not behaving the way that Private Selection chocolate does, it does taste amazing, and they've got more flavor options, which was really what made me buy them. So this is the finished result. As you can see, cutting them in bigger pieces helped them stick together. And they do look very bark-like. I'm not gonna turn my nose up too much at it. It's not exactly like the perfect bricks that I was hoping for, but hey, it goes down the same way, right? And these are the leftovers that I and my family will be consuming ourselves. So there you have it. That is my recipe for Christmas bark. I hope you enjoyed it and loved all of the mistakes and bloopers that happened along the way. If you guys decide to make this yourselves, please let me know how it turned out for you in the comment section down below. I always love to hear how you guys made your own spin on this recipe. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up and make sure to subscribe. And don't forget to click that notification bell so that you're always notified whenever I upload a new video. I will be doing 12 days of Christmas. This is one of those videos, so don't forget to come back and check out more, because there will be more. That's all for now. Merry Christmas. Love you guys. Mwah.